So I've been getting some feedback on the videos that I'm doing, and some people are finding them interesting, and I hope you are. What I want to touch on today is we've created, if you like, our environment, and we've got our training and everything, and this is a culture of recovery. And the question now is, how do we get that culture of recovery into the world of a culture of addiction to start bringing recovery capital into this environment? And essentially what I want to talk about today is how do we get people to work together, and how does our facility at the Foundation Clinic assist a nation in bringing in recovery capital. And what I want to talk about is this model here. It comes from David Logan. He talks about tribal leadership and how people come together and work in teams and tribes, and how each tribe has certain levels that they operate in. So for example, prison culture is very locked down. Level 1, there's no kind of movement. Level 2 would be things, an environment like Department of Home Affairs, bureaucratic environments where you stand in long queues. Level 3 leadership is about the individual and how organizations that tribes that are operating at level 3, a lot of the banking world's like that, a lot of medical professions about the individual and what value they bring, and they're always telling you about the value that they bring and competing with each other. The next level is teams, where people come together and they work in teams. And then finally he talks about level 5, tribes, and something like the TRC, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, that we practiced here in Africa to kind of address the trauma of the past. And that was really about people just coming together to do good for the state of the nation, because it's a good thing to do. So I'm trying to bring that same kind of thinking about how we as individuals and society can come together to impact a nation. So what we've done here is we've created a culture at the Foundation Clinic that addresses the culture of addiction by going into an environment that's in crisis, chaos and conflict. And to change that environment, we want to train 1,000 recovery coaches. That's what our goal is. And we do this through the Ubuntu Addiction Community Trust, which is a Section 18A not for profit. And with that structure in place here, we've created a public benefit organization. So the Foundation Clinic in of itself is a public benefit organization. So me as a leader of the organization, I need to make sure that it's living up to its ethos of providing public benefit. So on the one side we've got the clinic, we've got the clinical excellence where we treat people, and on the other side we've got training excellence, and our job is really to empower citizens in the world to go out into their various structures and to bring the concept of recovery capital there and what that is. So we empower individuals that then go off into different environments to bring together a nation. So what we're trying to do is empower people, a part of a nation that can come together in teams to identify leaderships in the teams, and then to create a type of structure that is going to support things going this way. And this is really where the change is happening. So when people come through here and they are needing treatment, they go out this way and they receive clinical excellence and best practice from a public benefit organization, and our job is to provide the most effective treatment that our clients get as much for their money as without spending as little resources as possible, which is a challenge. So from a corporate perspective, if we were to provide a vision, a mission, and action like any business does, is our vision is to cure the world of addiction. Now that's a big mission, a big vision, but it gives us an idea of what we're meant to focus on. And the action that our organization needs to do is to train, empower, and treat people. And our mission from that is to empower personal responsibility. So we want our clients, our students, or our patients and the families thereof to become empowered so that they can take responsibility for building recovery capital in their lives and to create a culture of recovery and to move away from a culture of addiction. So a culture of addiction is things are going worse, a culture of recovery, things are going better. So, and leadership in people and individuals, all the people that kind of work in our organization, our job is to get those guys to lead a life of meaning and purpose. Because if you get people to work with you in your organization and you're fulfilling their own kokorozashi or their own soul's purpose, their own meaning, and you've created an environment and structures that support people in finding their own purpose, the whole environment lifts up and we can then better do our job. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. This is our logo at the Foundation Clinic. Our job at the clinic is for internal recovery coaches is to integrate the wisdom from the professionals and to educate our clients, to empower our clients. So that's what our job is to do there. And our job at the Ubuntu Addiction Community Trust is to train people and to create a skill set, jobs and meaning and purpose and solutions for impoverished communities. And by doing that, we create jobs, we create employment, we create happier families where people are given the skills to empower their lives and change their lives. And this is all aligned with the local drug action committees, which are aligned with the Central Drug Authority, which is government solution, which is part of the National Drug Master Plan. So we are supporting the top-down approach with a bottom-up solution. And we can then change the workplace environment by bringing in external recovery coaches into the corporate environment, most probably through the HR departments, learning and development, and CSI solutions, which feed into the desires of the ExCo, which report to shareholders, which essentially own these organizations that should be going off and making the world a better place as part of success in the organization. And then we can work with the education system, we can work with teachers who work with pupils, which report to the principals, which supports to the parental governing body. And that is how we are going to change the culture of a nation that is living in a culture of addiction, and to start empowering it to change, to move towards a culture of recovery. Like some of our, well, which is really kind of where the rest of the world is going. We've got to do this stuff. So that's today's video talk. I hope it's not too boring, and you can take the wisdom of this and use it in your own lives in some way. And hopefully from this I get to advertise the Foundation Clinic, and you refer your loved ones to us, because we need to survive as well. So yeah, thank you very much.